Life is full of awkward firsts, from your first kiss to your first date to even your first period. And a lot of the time we try to avoid talking about them because, well, they're awkward. I'm here though to break that silence of awkwardness and share a first of mine. So, the first time I went to the gynecologist, I was 17 years old, entering my senior year of high school, and unknowing of the journey that is a gynecological exam. I walked into the exam room and was left alone to change. I turned to the examination table to find a robe. Now, this robe was clearly meant for one time use and had a lasting time about 30 seconds. So I put on this one ply napkin of a robe that clung to me from my nervous boob sweat because this is the first time that someone is going to be sticking their hands inside of me and I'm not in the backseat of a car. So I'm sitting up on the table when the doctor comes in, and I move myself down to the stirrups comfortably because I've seen this part in the movie and, I know what's up. And right as I'm finally comfortable with everything around me, she pries me open with Elsa's can opener. I'm seriously convinced that they placed these in the freezer the night before and only remember to take it out when I buzz in. Similar to when your mom gets home and you forgot to take out the chicken. So I slowly came out of shock to the sound of her trying to start up a conversation with me about college when she's finger deep in my lady cave. Now I understand why doctors do this to comfort their patients, but it's honestly always done at the worst time. Like you think the dentist is bad? Hey, at least the dentist, you have the excuse of fingers in your mouth to not respond. I've never had a conversation with someone that close to my snooch, and asking me about college isn't going to calm me down. When she pulls out the clamps of doom, I felt some sort of relief knowing that the worst was over. That is, until she pulled out a fast card and asked, "So between you and me and the walls, are you sexually active?" My face turned white because up until now, I hadn't told anyone about that one time I had sex. Like, I participated in sex once, so I wasn't really sure if that made me qualified to say that I was active. So I proceeded to quietly pull the answer out of myself in fear that my mom will hear, and let's be honest, these walls are in a women's health office. You know they're gossipy. When I'm finally left alone to change and the procedure's over, I hoisted myself off the table to have my robe rip halfway off and the other half cling to my skin for dear life. I waddled 2 feet to get my clothing because my vagina is getting over the trauma that happened to her today. And when I walk out the door, I'm thinking I made it out alive until I realized I have to do this all again next year.